Good evening, folks. My name's Keegan, and if you can't tell, I'm in my car today because the weather's not looking too good. And I'm doing this kind of late. I had a few drinks last night, and I woke up a little later, and just didn't get around to this till now. So what do I want to talk about today? There is something. I don't know how much time it's going to fill, but there is something. So I had a conversation with someone who is or was at one point a fascist. And a sentiment I'm noticing is that being told by some of these people that they're trying to pit us all against us. These billionaires are trying to pit us all against our neighbors and each other. And that's fucking hilarious to me. That is comical. Because while that is technically true, it is the MAGAs who turned on us. It is the MAGAs who turned on their neighbors. They are the ones who voted for a man who raped a fucking woman, who's convicted of it. They're the ones who voted for people who are literally child predators. Many of them have children themselves. They are the ones who voted to have brown and black people put in cages to die. Women and children, many of them. They are the ones who decided that it would be a good idea to tell the country, don't take a fucking vaccine for whatever stupid fucking reason, and over 1 million extra people died. And now that disease is never going away. And a lot of things that I hear them say is, oh, the pharmaceutical companies are blah, 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 blah. If the pharmaceutical companies wanted to make money off of this, they would convince you all to not get a vaccine so that the disease would stick around with us. And then something like, I don't know, Paxlovid would get invented, and you'd have to buy an over-the-counter drug for the rest of reality. That's exactly what happened. That's not even a hypothetical. Now Paxlovid is a drug that you can get over the counter to help treat COVID. Now they get to make money off of it forever. Congratulations, you stupid fucks. You all turned on us. You turned on your neighbors. Even the people who voted for this man the first time, you were able to overlook racism. So much hatred. And it's gotten so bad. If we get to the point where we're in fucking bread lines, and I'm with my nephew or whoever else that I love, and we get to the end of that bread line and it's gotten so bad that today there just isn't enough bread to pass out, you all put stickers on your cars. You proudly went out with your red hats. You had signs and flags in your front yards. People like me and my struggling black and brown neighbors and the occasional white person who isn't a racist in America, we remember you. We remember all of you. And if we start to go hungry, we're not going to go after random neighbors. It's not going to be my it's not going to be my nephew. It's not going to be his mom that starves. It's going to be y'all. If it gets that bad and we can't save this country, and I do have to start thinking about just me and my family, I'll remember all of you. And many of the people around me who are starving will remember you too. You all did this. See, it's another angry day. I'm noticing whenever I'm going to be doing this in the car, I'm very angry. Since some of you fuckheads have started to find my channel, and you've got the balls to say something, let me make something clear to you. I'm not going to debate you, right? Like, why the hell would I try and explain my recipe for ravioli to someone who doesn't know how to read? That's how foolish it is to debate fascists. I have debates with people who agree on the facts of reality, because if we can agree on actual problems, of course we're going to have different disagreements on how to solve those problems. And I'm willing to change my mind for someone who has good information and has a better solution than I might have. But I'm not going to debate people who think that the earth is 6,000 years old, or who thinks that COVID was a fucking psyop, and weren't willing to fucking get it. I'm not going to debate people who would want to put my mixed race parts of my family in camps because they think people are just pouring over the border. I'm not going to debate you. You're a fucking idiot. And you're a danger to me and my family. I have plans for what I'm... Yeah, you're not getting a debate. And I don't care about converting any of you anymore either. I think if you're still in it now, it's been 11 years. I am a 33-year-old who feels like I'm in my fucking 50s because I've been dealing with this my entire adult life. And I'm just sick of it. I don't have a lot of patience. Definitely not these days. Like, how hard is it for you to fucking read a book, to learn how to learn? And I'm not your teacher. I'm not. You know what I used to do to bullies? Beat their fucking ass. Punch them in the goddamn mouth. And you all are bullies. Dumb, insecure little worms. Every one of you who are MAGA. Every one. I hated Nazis before MAGA came along. I used to say that had I been born in the time of World War II, I would have proudly gone over there and fought. I would have happily put every Nazi that I could get my hands on in the dirt. Because once you cross a line where your entire worldview is both dumb as fuck and just completely devoid from reality, but also literally going to get people killed and has gotten people killed, well, then you have to die. You need to die. We need to get rid of you. You are a danger to everyone around you. We do this on a small scale. When somebody commits murder, we keep them away from society because we put them all in prison. But when it becomes an entire society or an entire group of society that has gone psychopathic and murderous, we have to go to war. That's it. You know, I can't trust any of you. I'm not going to turn my back on you. I don't want to leave you alone around my loved ones. You all have no idea how lucky you are that the men like me that are out there, first of all, don't have the means to take care of business half the time. But second, that nothing's happened to let the dogs like me off of their leash. So many people are suffering, starving, can't get health care. I was raised in Kansas. There are stories that of old women, when a tornado would come through and destroy their fucking home, they would like break a limb or something, and they would go to the doctor and be put into immense medical debt because a tornado, an act of God, destroyed their home and injured them. You MAGAs made this possible. When that dumb fucking orange piece of shit popped up on the scene, people like me knew that Republicans were racist and fucking awful and terrible, horrible people, but that we also knew, excuse me, that the Democrats were a fucking terrible corporate organization. They weren't fascist, but they're awful and they're not on our side. And we were trying to change that. But then you all got this fucking movement to happen. You got fascists elected. And now we have to spend 11 years every fucking day trying to fight fascism rather than giving people health care, rather than feeding children. When immigrants come to this country, I am the descendant of immigrants. When they come to this country, we take them in, we help them do good, we get them an education, we take care of business so that when their kids are born, they are American as fuck and they make us better. You have made them all hate us. There is only one way out. One way out. These elections, yeah, go vote. I'm going to vote. I vote all the time. It isn't going to save us. Because if the districts aren't chopped up so that Democrats could barely win anything, then in 3 months, granted this is hypothetical that it's going to happen, but I'm more convinced now after all these Supreme Court decisions that they're going to do it. They're going to give Trump the power to say, hey, this person and this person and this person and this person, you're not a citizen anymore. Now you can't vote. Now Democrats can't win elections at all because if it's not gerrymandered, then their base has been de-citizened. And on top of that, Mike Johnson and half these fucking officials in the state and local level are saying they won't seat new people. This coup is going to happen. Don't be fools. Be prepared. I was never in the military. I'm never in law enforcement. You know, the most I have when it comes to that kind of skill is I've been in a lot of street fights. And it wasn't because I wanted to be. It's because I grew up in rough neighborhoods where shit happens. I have had my shit pushed in, and I have fucked people up. But I do know that if I had, I will lay down my life to defend innocent, harmless people. If I saw any of these maggots or their ICE goons trying to snatch someone up around me, I'm a dead man, because I'm going to try and stop that shit. And I'm going to go through each of them one by one until either I have saved whoever they're trying to detain or I am dead. Because that's what you do. That's what real men do. Not you MAGAs. You wouldn't go out there to do shit. Real men put their shit on the line to fucking save people, whether they have the training to do it or not. But half you MAGAs, you don't have a spine. I live amongst you. I've met a lot of you. I talk very loudly about what I believe. Half of you don't have the balls to do a goddamn thing. So when this shit comes to it, you better hope you at least have the element of surprise. And it's a fucking shame, because you could have been with us. We could have shut MAGA down. You could have, instead of joining a fascist cult, you could have joined us. Someone way back in the day, like Bernie Sanders, he was going to give all of us poor folk fucking health care. He was going to try and make sure that our kids were getting food. He was going to try and take care of all this shit. All you had to do was support a man like him and support the politicians who were like him, who would have helped him get this done, so we could have shut down the fascist Republicans and we could have shut down the spineless corporate Democrats. We could have made something new and better. But y'all didn't want to do that. And for 11 years, this fucking ticking time bomb has been brewing. And now it's about to explode. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because to me, someone like me, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't believe in none of that shit. What I believe is that one day I'm gonna die. No matter what I do, no matter how it's gonna happen, I will die. There will come a day where I'm not here. And I'm not really so fond of life that I'm willing to cling to it. There are things that I think I'm willing to die for, and that I'm willing to stain my soul with doing to make sure that future generations don't have to do it themselves. So, I leave you with the second of my very concerning messages. You all have a good day. Unless you're a MAGA, then I hope you burn and be safe.